Hey everyone, Sky here to discuss The Mummy's Hand, starring Dick Foran, Peggy Moran, Cecil Kellaway, Wallace Force, Eduardo Cianelli, George Zucco, and Tom Tyler, and directed by Christy Cabone, or Cabone, yeah, something like that. Sorry if I said that wrong. And, well, let's just get straight into this, shall we? I'm not necessarily getting this plot as an ancient mummy is revived to destroy the invaders of the 3,000-year-old tomb of an Egyptian princess, which sounds familiar but told in a crummy way. The high priest, played by Eduardo Cianelli, what was, and I'm like, what was the plot? What was this plot? But it doesn't make sense at all to me. Steve Banning, played by Dick Foran, looks around the market with Babe Jensen, his assistant, played by Wallace Ford, and I'm not buying them as archaeologists of an old Egyptian things with their acting, which isn't very believable, as he breaks the one he bought for $75 to $150. These are bad archaeologists. Babe plays card tricks with the bartender, and Mr. Salvani, played by Cecil Kellaway, forgive me, and pulls it off with the bartender, but not Mr. Salvani, and he buys everyone a drink and tells Mr. Salvani about a hand in Egypt, and that scene is pointless until he talks about the mummy's hand, or the mummy in general. Mr. Salvani's daughter, Marta, played by Peggy Moran, finds out her father wasted money on Steve and Babe's archaeology skills, and I'm going to be honest, the characters are mediocre in a way. I don't like them in general, but she plays it off pretty badly, as she traps her father in a box while she gets his money back, but Steve spent it on diggers to find the mummy's corpse, and she joins them in the adventure, which will lead them to the plot of a movie. The mummy comes alive and is played by Tom Tyler, and who is menacing as the mummy in my opinion, but because of his body language. The mummy takes Marta to his cave, and the high priest tries to destroy her as the Egyptian princess, and Steve comes to the rescue, and the high priest dies thanks to Babe, and Steve destroys the evidence of his power, and he and Babe shoot him. They save Marta, and that climax is okay at best, but it's not great. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 4.7 out of 10. I'm not caring for the characters, the performances didn't feel believable, and I don't understand this plot because it makes no sense whatsoever. Stick to the original. It's a much better movie than this. So I'd like to thank you guys for joining me, and next week I will be back with The Mummy's Tomb, I think. I'll talk to you about it next week, and until next time, it's time to lift off the curse.